My brothers and sisters, what we hear in the gospel today shows us the power that Jesus has over nature. All of us in this world, we are sailing over the sea, trying to cross to the other side of life, from A to B. And every time in life there is a storm, a different storm, sometimes with a different intensity. And sometimes the storms are so strong that we may tend to focus on the storm that is threatening our lives, and we forget to focus on the one who is inside with us in that boat. The storm may be so strong sometimes that if you are trying to go to the east, it may take to the north or to the south, and sometimes it seems that this storm is pushing you back and is taking you to the west where you are coming from. And sometimes you feel that because of the winds and the storms of life that you are not progressing in life. And then we tend to focus on the storm. And the moment we focus on the storm, the moment we focus on the problem that is threatening our life, our profession, our place of work, our families, and then we forget the power that Jesus Christ has over this problem, and then we begin to be threatened. And if we completely lose focus of Jesus that has the power over this nature, then we might be swallowed up by the storms. And Jesus is asking the disciples, "Why are you terrified, O you men of little faith?" But in other words, he is also saying, do not be afraid as long as I am with you. Or remember to go with me every time you are entering the boat, because I have power to calm the storms of the sea. My brothers and sisters, every time we are getting into the boat, we are beginning any process of life, any project of life. Every time we want to do anything in this world, remember to invite Jesus into your boat, because he has power over nature. He has power over the storms that threaten our lives. And when the storms come, let us learn to pray as the disciples prayed. Yes, they had fear, but when they prayed, Jesus heard their prayer and calmed the storm. And we must learn how to pray like they did. First, what did they say? They said, "Lord, save us, we are perishing." They are not turning around the bush. First, they recognize the presence of the Lord. And when they say Lord, they mean that he is God and has power to take away the storms. First, you recognize that the one inside your boat, the one inside you is the Lord. He's above everything. His name is so powerful. And so you trust. When you recognize that the one you have invited in your life is Jesus, is the Lord, then you trust in him. And then when you trust in him, then you have the courage to invite him to calm down the storms. That's why you say, Lord. And then when you say, Lord, what are you asking for? I am asking that you save me from this storm. Why? Because I'm perishing. What is the storm that is threatening your life? Is it the storm of anger, maybe of not forgiving? Is it the storm of your neighbor? Is this the storm of your profession that you are not feeling happy where you are working? What is the storm that is threatening your life? And as you pray, mention the storm that is threatening your life. Lord, save me from this storm, because I cannot do it by myself. And then Jesus will enter. And when Jesus intervenes, everything cools down. God is good. And all the time. Let us not have fear of the storms when Jesus is with us. When he says, "Oh, men of little faith, why are you terrified?" It's like also saying, don't you know, even if I'm sleeping, you should not be terrified. Sometimes you are in that boat crossing to the other side of life. You want to be happy. You are trying to achieve your goals. But because of the storms, you feel like God is not working in your life. You feel like Jesus is in the boat. You have invited him maybe 1,000 times, but then you feel like Jesus is not acting. Have you ever prayed sometimes and you feel like God is not responding? You feel like even if you are praying, but the storms are almost swallowing you. But if you continue trusting, the storms never swallow you. You end up coming up as a victor in that which you are doing. A sleeping lion threatens the enemy more than a dog which is awake and walking. Brothers and sisters, let us have faith in him who came to save us. And let us focus on him and him alone and not on the storms. And every time we are threatened by the storms, say, Lord, save me from this storm. I am perishing. I cannot do anything, but I know with you everything is possible. May the Lord be with you.